I want to say a word today about the Safe Relationship Diary or log or journal or whatever you would prefer to call it, which I've referred to quite a lot throughout these videos, and I've used this type of note-taking and inventory for many years now, and I've used it in a way that actually allows me to maintain a record of what is happening in the relationship as I go through the process. And in order to do that, it allows me to manage situations in a way that I don't have to keep trying to remember everything that's happened or to second guess myself, because I've actually made a log of it as I've gone along. And that's become a habit really, and it's a really useful tool in order to keep a record of what is happening as you go through the interactions, and to have a record as far as if there are any patterns that are showing up as time goes by. And also, in the initial stages and throughout, it highlights any red flags that could be there. And often when we're in a situation, whether it's a dating situation, a relationship situation, it could be a work situation, we sometimes are drawn into the dynamics so much that we're not able to remember all the details at the time, because our mind is busy interacting in the situation, and it's often not until we withdraw, we've had time alone, that we have the opportunity to recollect and record certain instances in the situation. And what I do personally is I also log how that person made me feel, because then I'm taking the opportunity to validate my own feelings in the process, so that I've got an objective picture of the whole situation, how I'm feeling, what sort of thoughts I'm thinking, any red flags that could be there, and anything that occurs to me later also that didn't register at the time. Because often it's not until we withdraw from the situation that we recognise, oh yes, that was a funny thing to say. I wonder why he or she asked me that. Or I wonder why they did that. Or the penny may drop and we may realise and get a lot of realisations that we weren't able to focus on and register consciously at the time, but they did register subconsciously. And when we're on our own, we've got space to record, to look at what we've recorded, and to value that information. We can then go on to use that information as far as either making a decision about the situation, and we can use this and we can refer to these relationship logs as far as our whole relationship history goes, and see whether our behaviours and the behaviour of the other person is actually fitting into patterns that we've had in prior situations and in prior relationships. And it can also highlight, interestingly, things that we didn't pick up as far as patterns were concerned before. But if we've got a log there in black and white, it's quite hard to discount it when we've actually recorded it and it's there in front of us. So these, I call them safe relationship diaries. They could be a relationship log or a relationship history log as well. It's very useful. On the Chrysalis website, which is down below this video, there is a relationship log page which you can download a free template if you want to, or you can just log your findings in a journal, which I sometimes do, so that I've got it there for later on. And there's another page there for a relationship history log template, which you can also download for free on the website, or you can do your own, so that you can identify any patterns that may be building up in this current situation. And they can also be used for a work situation as well, or any situations that we're in, so that it helps us to get into the habit also of consciously remembering what is going on. And it helps with our observation skills, because then they become more firmly embedded and it becomes more habitual to be more conscious in general. Because in order to focus and observe, we have to focus with conscious awareness. So that keeps us more conscious in general. In other words, we wake up a bit more because we're focusing in a determined way on what is going on, rather than just letting things go over our head, letting them go by the wayside, and not consciously taking the opportunity of this important time, especially in the initial meetings, as far as, who this person is or what the situation is that we're in or we're thinking of going into anyway. So I hope that's of help to someone out there, and as always, stay safe and very happy. Bye bye.